partner's pod, kid. You understand? We in here drinking, singing, swinging, all that shit, dog. Sweating, getting wet, all that.
All right. Welcome to Drinking Partners. I'm Dave Bracey, and I'm here with my co-host, one of the busiest men in comedy, improv favorite. You can find this dude performing anywhere between Pittsburgh and Pluto. I mean, the golden child, Ed Bailey. What's good with you, man?
I'll do it anywhere as long as you pay me gas money. That is my only requisite is gas money. What's up, Dave? It's rivalry.
Yeah.
I sound crazy.
Yeah, we had a couple before we got
had
on.
a couple. Words with two R's confuse me. Got an R, 4 letters from another R. Rivalry.
Or, yeah, no, it's we showed up today. And got clowned. It was
I'm gonna be humble. I just know my phone died at around 1 minute into the second quarter. My phone stopped ringing, buzzing. All the Steelers fans disappeared. Shout out to y'all. We love y'all.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all, man, for making it all sweet. I'm just walking around the city with my hat on, hoping nobody put a rock in my windshield.
It was great. I mean, the Browns made us look like the Browns today, man. It was tough to watch. Like, it wasn't even like a dignified loss. Like, I came out of the house with this shit on. I was just embarrassed. Like, I mean, like, it'd be cool if it was like, yeah, we put up a good fight, but like, nigga, you left like after the first quarter. Like,
well, I know a thing or two about losing day. It's never truly a loss till you lose a sense of self. Okay? That's why I've been able to maintain all these decades. You know, as long as you can maintain a sense of self-worth, it doesn't matter the final score.
Yeah,
it was in our favor today.
Yeah.
That's all.
It was crazy because there was a banner in the back, like right behind the field goal post or whatever, and it was like Believeland. I mean, like, because for real, that's all Cleveland got is some belief at this point.
Wait a minute.
We hoping.
We got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Gave y'all Kid Cudi. All right, we gave you Bone Thugs and Harmony, Avant, the OJs, the OJ son, the Gerald. Gerald made my body. Everybody was getting twerked in my body.
I know Gerald was from Cleveland.
Yeah. My mom went to his funeral. He had the best obituary I've ever seen. It was all in color. I was like, oh, shit.
I didn't even know they had pictures in the obituary.
Yeah, man, you got enough money. They had digital cameras before digital cameras got to just the rest of us. The upper class, they had good pixelation on their shit.
Yeah.
I was at my prom. My dad still had a Polaroid where you had to wave to get the picture. That shit was embarrassing. It was like 2004. There's a picture of my dad taking a picture with the camera. I'm like, I hate you, man. Why'd you show up with that camera at my prom? Messing up all my after prom sex swag with that old camera. I love you, Dad. I know you're going to listen to this, man. Sorry. Camera was old. It's old as shit.
And Cleveland is all around coming up these days. I mean, I got LeBron back. You know, I heard y'all got Ray Allen back.
We never had Ray Allen, but we got him. We making moves, Dad.
Yeah, you know, Believeland.
I don't know about that, but shit, a broken clock is right twice a day, they say. Right? All you got to do is not quit before they get good. You just got to stay on it till something positive
Until it happens. It's like, I mean, but we got the Pirates, so I feel you. I don't personally feel you because I grew up. When I first got into sports, it was like the Pirates was good for like a season or two. We had Barry Bonds and Andy Van Slyke in them, and then there was 21 seasons. I mean, so you know, I'm just not the type of dude that can hang on for that long. I mean, like 10 seasons in, maybe like 15, 20.
But you know what happens a lot? We'll have one team that's like mediocre.
Yeah.
Where you could still be from, you know what I mean? Like they may not make the playoffs, they might not win a series or something, but they're just good enough not to be terrible.
Yeah.
One team at a time, though.
Yeah.
But right now, we're looking like we're going to have 2 decent teams. Although the Browns could lose 8 in a row.
Could.
You never know.
I mean, the thing is, and that's what's crazy about like the NFL, like, or even that rivalry or whatever. Because if you look at it, like, I mean, because the Steelers were really bad in the '80s. You know what I mean? And I was looking at the stats.
Nobody talks about it.
Yeah, it's a distant memory. But I mean, that rivalry is actually kind of even, and we're only like 10 games up, and like at home, you guys are 10 games up on us. So it's still like a legit rivalry. And the Browns get a lot of shit for being the Browns, but they don't understand that the AFC North is consistently one of the best divisions in all of football. I mean,
lately it's just us getting in the way of us. People think we're supposed to be competitive, and then we just find ways to lose. It was good to see us come out with a solid effort. I'm salty because I'm off work next week, so I can't go in. I can't go in that Monday and rub it in nobody's face. I gotta come back a week late.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be the same. It's gonna be old news. But I'm wearing some brown slacks and an orange tie to work. Might put some face paint on. Might put my name on the back of my dress shirt. I don't know. All I know is I haven't had one of these Mondays in a while, so I'm gonna savor it.
It's October. You can get away with it.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. So what's going on, man? How what you got us drinking on? I know we got a can today. I'm not used to this. I don't know what this is. So
this is a Buck Snort Stout. It's a stout from up in Slippery Rock, PA, from North Country Brewing.
Okay. Local.
Yeah, went up there with a friend of mine. Went to the restaurant. Great food. Even better beer. Got a couple growlers from down there. Liked it. They sell a 6-pack around here. So shout out to them guys. It's all right. It's all right. What you drinking on, man?
Well, I got a little bit of American honey for our guest that's coming on pretty soon. He'll tell you a story about that. I got some of this stout. I haven't jumped into it yet. I'm a little nervous. After the victory, you can't trust Steelers fans, man. They get real dubious out here. I don't know what's going on around here. You could be trying to take me out. I'm gonna be humble the rest of the podcast.
It's good. It's good. It's a brown.
Browns.
Yeah, humble man.
What'd you get into this weekend?
We actually was out in the Shady Side this past weekend with a couple ladies. They own Leona's Ice Cream Sandwiches. They really good gals and whatnot. We were down at the spot and we were drinking this. We're drinking this wheat beer. It was like a White Lightning like wheat beer or whatever. And I mean, I've had my fair share of beers or whatever, but this just smelled like straight farts. And I was like,
I hate that beer.
That's the white lightning.
I hate most white beers, like with the coriander spices and like the clove in it, and like
Yeah, it was like I'm not usually a white beer fan, or even like an ale, like a Belgian ale, but I had been drinking a little bit, and I was like, I'm gonna just try to kind of take it easy. And I got this, and I was like, hey, does this smell like asshole to you? And they were like, yeah. And there was an explanation given. One of the ladies over at Leona's was like, well, if you pull it out too early, then it gets the, kind of that heavy sulfur smell. I was like, well, I can't. And I tried to drink it. I don't send shit back. That's not my thing. But like a couple sips, I was like, I can't do this, man. So I took it back and I was like, hey, can you smell that real quick to the bartender? And he was like, yeah. It was like, does it smell like asshole to you? And he was like, actually, it smells like a wheat beer. Like,
actually, uncivilized.
Yeah, I'm like, nigga, I was like, I've had wheat beers
I knew
before.
you didn't know shit
Yeah,
when you walked in.
I was like, I've had wheat beers before, but they didn't smell like motherfucking toilet water. You know what I mean? Like, this is something a little wrong with this. You know what I mean? He was like, would you like another one? I was like, please. You know what I mean? Like, so.
It smell like ass?
It was a straight ass, man. It was.
The next one smelled like ass, too?
No, I got a stout after that.
Okay.
I wasn't even fucking with it.
What is a white beer? White Lightning doesn't sound like something that you should drink. That's like Hurricane.
Yeah, no. Hurricane is that's a story. You drink a Hurricane. You got a story for why you bought it, and you got a story after you bought it.
Well, that's what White Lightning sounds like. It sounds like you drink some White Lightning and go to a sandy beach with your girl. No, you drink some White Lightning and end up in an alleyway downtown after watching one of our comedy shows. That's what the fuck happens off the White Lightning. Sounds like a better weekend to me, man. I just chilled. Nothing crazy this weekend. I did a show at the Improv with Matt Light, voted Pittsburgh Comedian of the Year this year.
Yeah.
Lights out. Good show, man. Hopefully, I know he's going to want to get you on. It's definitely dope.
Oh, that's, what is it? That down at the Improv?
Yeah, it was down at the Improv. Good turnout. Had Terry Jones on there, Mike Sasson.
Nice.
Holly Price, Mike Travers. Who else? I know I'm missing somebody. Tim Ross, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Mr. Reddit. Mr. Reddit Ross.
Yeah, he's the king of the net, man.
King of the internet.
Yeah, no, those are all good comments. That sounds like a hell of a lineup, man.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. Pretty dope. Look out for the Matt Light Lights Out comedy show, And look out for definitely all the comedians on there.
Yeah. Yeah,
especially myself.
Yeah, we've all worked. We worked with all them and whatnot. They're really good dudes, really. I mean, the comedy scene around here, man, it just doesn't get enough burn, but
does not get enough credit.
But it's on par. It's on par with the nation. I mean, so if you ain't been to a show yet,
Get
your ass off
out.
the couch and get out there. I mean, it's cool. We appreciate you guys tuning in on your way to work, on your way from work, sitting in the bedroom by yourself, doing whatever the hell you do. But get out. It's all right.
Support our children.
Until these sponsorships roll in, we need your $5, nigga. We ain't making money off of this unless Ed got some deals on the side I don't know about.
Hey, man, I'm selling anything. I'm selling old cans from the show, whatever. Just get at me. I'll tell you somebody who does not have trouble getting support. Our next guest here is a personal friend of mine, man. He's tearing up Pittsburgh hip-hop underground scene. Where you at, like 18,000 followers on Twitter?
Yeah.
Which means he has no side bitches in the 412 area. He has to have one main chick here. You got 18,000 followers. Your side bitches is in contact with each other.
Right.
No, man, it's definitely a really good friend of mine. I've known him for years. I consider him a brother. We got Ray Dawn on here. Say what's up to the people.
What's going on, Pittsburgh and beyond?
Oh, fuck.
Damn.
We got two deep voices. And then my squirrel shit on here.
That nigga knows how to talk into a mic, though.
Well, he's
He
a
came on
professional.
with authority. Like,
Let him know, Ray, you a mic ripper, right?
Indeed, most definitely.
So what's going on, man?
Oh man, it's hard, man. Sunday Steelers losing,
That's right. Ray Dawn is also a decorated Steelers fan.
and this is only the second time I worn this track jacket.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's right. All these years we've been hanging, motherfucker, I've been silent. It's 2 Sundays out the year.
waiting like double dutch to jump in.
2
Like,
Sundays out the year, I don't answer any Ray Dawn texts. Fuck you, dog.
what you doing this week, bro? No, I can't
Nah,
come out to your show this
Oh,
week.
he always asked me to watch the Steelers Browns game together. Nah, man. You're not sitting in your living room watching us get massacred. That's what's up, man.
Yeah,
I know
man.
you got the project you're working on right now. What's going on with that?
Yeah, Crucifix Power Bomb is my new project.
shit.
Right? Yeah, it sounds
God
crazy,
damn,
right?
man.
Yeah, that's one thing about Ray. His mixtape titles don't be bullshit.
First,
You know, Henny and Blunts Part 2.
Yeah, ain't none of that.
your voice came on like a mixtape Powerball, like a crucifix,
Right.
like because your voice, but you a little dude, and your voice come on like you were just like Vader out this motherfucker.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, like if you ain't watching, like you don't know watch the video, man, you would think this nigga's 8 feet tall. Like I mean, just like, I don't even want to fuck with him. He might clothesline me down. You know what I mean?
Shit.
That's Ray
Yeah,
working
man.
hard. Ray works at it. That's why I've always respected Ray. Definitely, he takes time to work on the things that just look negligible, but just mic control and all that. I remember I used to go to his crib and he have a mic with no battery. Mic with no sound. I'm sitting there like, what do you do with this? I'm just like, nothing? No? All right.
With a voice like that, you don't even need power with it. I mean, it's just for show. So what you
Most definitely.
I mean,
man.
I've known you for a little bit. I mean, I think you
Yeah.
came through and got some ribs or something at my place at some point. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
you know, we keep it
Always
and-
necessary.
Yeah,
Oh, most definitely.
but yeah, no, I mean, you've been on the city paper and whatnot, and like you got a real dope story because I mean, like you was Duquesne Law. Am I right?
Almost.
Yeah.
Cooley Law.
Cooley
in
Law.
Michigan, yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I could have gotten in Duquesne. Duquesne's a good school.
Okay.
Would you have stuck with it?
Nah.
You wouldn't. Oh, okay. So you dropped out of any law school.
Yeah, I would have dropped out of Harvard. I'm sure I would
What
have.
what brought you to drop out of law school to pursue the rapping thing?
I'm a creative writer by nature, and legal writing is very dry.
Okay.
And so it takes all the fun out of writing. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a lot of reading, man. Lots of reading.
So was law school fun? Like
we only party like once a month.
Yeah. That
the
makes
party
sense.
was crazy.
Yeah, but yeah.
whole
You take
nother
all 1 month of party and put it into one. Imagine what that is.
We only do 4
Right.
hours a month. I'll tell you about them 4 hours. You walk in
Right.
fucked up.
This is some parties you got to wear a mask to. I mean,
Jamie Foxx, you got to turn in your cell phone parties, right?
Right?
That's what's up, man.
Tom
So
Cruise.
where'd you go?
Thomas Cooley in Michigan.
yeah.
Actually, when I got my second DUI was the welcome back party of the second semester.
Yeah.
Your first DUI was the welcome back party. First
Is that why you went to law school? Because you was like, I'm gonna need to beat these charges a little easier,
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
You find Ray
I gotta
Dawn
go.
and Ripley's most consecutive semesters with a DUI. Rapper Ray Dawn.
Talk about managing overhead, cutting out the middleman. If I can talk directly to the judge, why do I got to pay this motherfucker?
He the only one in prison with an orange jumpsuit and a tie.
Like, you got a lot of prison motherfucking lawyers. This nigga is a real lawyer.
a real-
Are you representing yourself? Hell yeah, nigga.
So I mean, I've been following your work since your first mixtape. How do you come up with like the titles? Like, where do they come from? Because you had Passport Dreams.
Yeah.
Now you got Crucifix, Powerbomb, The Last Sleep of Arthur. Like,
Yeah.
I know that was a dope story with that name.
Yeah.
That was dope.
I'll tell the story about Crucifix Powerbomb, but I mean, honestly, I just try to come up with something that's going to make someone think, and it may not exactly be what their initial thought's going to be. Yeah, I don't know, and it just helps me formulate a project because I can help encapsulate a general theme.
Okay.
So it's important for me to have a strong title.
Yeah.
Where I'm going with it.
So do you like to have like a little red thread throughout the mixtape or through the album or the EP? Just like since the name, you put so much thought into the name. I mean, I know you don't want to have like Crucifix, Powerbomb, and then you drop some ass shaking music throughout the joint. I know there's got to be some.
Well, I mean, there is. Well, it's not an ass shaking joint, but I mean, pretty much every song there's an anthem.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll tell you guys a story. So Crucifix Powerbomb is it's another form of the Razor's Edge, Razor Ramon's finishing move.
Yeah.
His alias Scott Hall, his form of the Razor's Edge was Crucifix Powerbomb. So basically, my last 3 projects have been kind of chill, kind of people like critics have they've been strongly received, but for the most part, 10% of people are smart, 10% of people are retarded, and everyone else is kind of in the middle, and it's flying over a lot of people's heads. So with this, the trap, like this heavy beats is what's really like got the people moving now. So it's like I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do it at a higher level.
Yeah.
So it's just I'm just dropping people on their necks. Like that's the whole project.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I feel it, because I mean, like that's like with the rap game. I mean, like you gotta. At this point, yeah, I mean, like you got to have that thing that the ladies will listen to, like, because I mean, not to say that women don't really listen to lyrics or whatever, but women don't listen to lyrics. I mean, it really is. It's very beat driven, and like most of my girlfriends I ever read was like, I don't give a fuck what he's saying. This shit bangs. I mean, and I can do it myself. Like if I'm riding the whip. I'm going to a party or some shit, like, I just want to listen to some shit that bangs, I mean? Like, I want to get into that hype mood, But at the same time, I'm a big fan of lyrics. I grew up in the age of lyrics, I mean? Like, you had Cannabis and DMX and all them niggas out there, You had the Wu-Tang, I mean? Like, you had substance and lyrics and whatnot, and it was just strong change to, like, hip-hop, like not hip-hop, but, like, the beats heavy side of it, I mean?
Yeah, production.
And it sucks because you got motherfuckers out there, like your Lupes and your Commons and your Talibs that like got strong lyrics, but they ain't getting that play because it don't bump in the club. You see what I'm saying? And it's like artists, you kind of gotta play that middle to where you, like you said, because you got that 10%. You don't want to lose that audience, the intelligent audience, but you also don't want to like just alienate yourself to the point where you're not relevant. So I mean that's tough, man. I appreciate that.
Who you listening to now? I know he mentioned a couple of dope rappers, but who do you listen to outside of Radon? I know you listen to Radon.
Yeah,
it's crazy because you wouldn't even think it, but I listen to a lot of Gucci. I've been listening to actually.
But Gucci's dope.
Yeah, Gucci.
Don't say you wouldn't think it. Gucci's dope though. If Gucci didn't have the other issues, Gucci would be dope.
This is true.
Any dude that can make burr, like burr, if you can make that pop.
I had a nigga that used to like. I mean, on the
burr, like you could throw it right in the middle of his
on
shit.
the track is hot, but I used to have a nigga that would like, for a minute. I'd be talking to him on the phone real quick, and then before he got off, he'd just be like, brr, and then hang up the phone. I'm like, nigga, that's weird.
He's a weird. It's out of context at that point. It's not cold at the end of this conversation, motherfucker. Stop messing up the bird print. Let me tell you something. If you didn't like Lemonade, that Gucci track,
that's what made me start liking him. That's what made me start liking Gucci.
Everybody, you just,
I mean, his style is nice. I mean, like I can fucks with him on that. His beats is, is cool and whatnot. But
he's unique.
A middle of ground rapper.
He's unique, but then he takes it too far. Like he gets arrested.
Yeah,
or
really
he
living that
gets
life.
an ice cream cone tatted, which I never. Because Master P was the ice cream man. I
Right,
didn't
right.
understand
Yeah.
what that had to do with Gucci.
Yeah, I don't see why a grown man want his face licked. Like, I mean, your eyeball licked. I mean, that sounds like some prison shit. I mean, like, you know, I feel like he came out changed.
I didn't know. I'm not licking Gucci's face. First of all, Gucci face is dirty. Outside of sexual preference, Gucci's face is just not lickable.
Grimy. No, he's a grimy looking dude.
Like, I'm just not licking Gucci Mane's face. I don't give a damn. You just have to. You have to kill me. You have a gun in my hand. I'm not licking that ice cream cone. What flavor is that? Vagrant? I don't want that shit. But he is unique, and it's good that you touched on that because being
Pause.
from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Okay, pause. I forgot you're a rapper. We got to be in a whole nother zone on the pausables.
Yeah.
But being from Pittsburgh, you know, one of the rappers in the forefront from Pittsburgh is Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah.
He, to me, I don't want to say he's a weirdo, but he's weird as fuck. At the very least, he just dyed his hair purple.
It's hard because you got to continue to reinvent yourself as an artist, and his music isn't really growing. So his
But
appearance has to be dramatic.
But when you say reinvent yourself, like if I like something about you, that's what I want to hear from you. It's not like with music, there's only a certain amount of artists out. I can
but
get something from each
people
artist.
marry people that they like and cheat on them all the time.
Yeah, but that's different.
I'm just saying.
Technically, being faithful is a learned behavior because historically we haven't had to be that.
I can't be faithful to McDonald's. Sometimes you need some Burger King in your life.
That's what I'm saying.
If I ate steak every motherfucking
Yeah,
day,
so you
sometimes
want
I'm
a
wanting
burger,
hot dog.
yeah.
I mean, like, it ain't about the quality. It's some fucking variety is the spice of life.
So where do you draw the line with reinvention? Because I mean,
What I'm saying
he
it's got to
released the
be
lavender locks, and he didn't even say purple. Lavender, and that to me is
I
what
don't
made
even
it weird.
understand.
He didn't even say purple locks. Lavender.
Well, see, the thing is that like
We're
feel like
talking about it. We're talking about
Yeah,
it.
we are talking about it. I feel like we're
It's
talking
doing
about
its
that,
job.
and we're not talking about his wheelchair legs. You know what I mean? Because he showed up at that award show, and you had
like the
Amber looking
Somalian
thick
kid
to the
from South Park.
motherfucker, and you had this motherfucker, yeah, like you said, looking like a straight like Somalian pirate. You know what I mean? Like,
But he's got tattoos.
Yeah.
Tattoos adds 3% of muscle to your body, right? Like if you don't work out, but you got enough tattoos, you kind of look like you work out.
yeah, but this nigga had like skinny jeans on. It looked like he took a pair of skinny jeans and then split one leg.
I don't understand. So, I mean, I'm not. What makes a man go that left field as an artist? Like when I started to really like Wiz was a little later than a lot of people who grew up with because I'm not from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So I Burn After Rolling and Flight School, Cushion OJ. Like he's a regular person who does weed, and now I don't know.
I feel like people that aren't in the culture that are telling you what to do to make more money. That's what makes people do.
But
that.
at what point does that come up in a meeting? Like, son, you need to go lavender.
You need
with the locks.
As soon as you meet with the
but see,
labels.
this is the problem.
It's
You
not
when
label move to me.
Yeah.
That comes from inside. Lavender locks, that comes from inside.
the whole point of having a stylist is to relinquish control.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and you got to be on the cusp of breaking the new trend. So if he or she says purple locks,
Yeah. So I mean, are we gonna see?
gotta go
We gonna
purple
see?
locks.
Is it possible we see Ray Don
Nah,
like a hot
man.
pink mohawk?
Nah.
Or something?
There you go.
Like, you got relinquished
I got
control.
bars. I got bars.
When you got Pittsburgh,
I don't need purple locks. 'Cause I got bars, man.
you got purple locks in Pittsburgh. You got Young Thug, got shellac on his nails. What you gonna do?
There's like one or two songs from Young Thug that I like.
I don't
even
and
know
that
who
makes
Young
me
Thug
feel
is.
uncomfortable. I do
That makes
like
you-
a couple Young Thug joints, but I just
Yeah.
I can't get with him
Young
calling
Thug.
people his hubby.
But he actually kills people. Like he has killed people.
I didn't
Is it- I
see.
mean, I don't.
He's
I don't
well.
know. who he is,
I don't
but
know. I
heard-
mean,
So have the bitches on Snap.
Wait, what you mean kill? I thought you meant like
He
kill
does-
on the
he-
track. Like you
supposedly-
meant like this nigga really got
No,
bodies.
supposedly
like,
he ran security for Gucci. So if you're doing security for Gucci, that
you got
means
bodies.
yeah,
Gucci got a body though.
yeah.
Damn. It's really
It's not. I don't think you have to be a thug to kill someone. You just have to feel
Well,
be
like
in a bad situation.
yeah. You just have to feel like killing someone is
Yeah,
your
you
best
also got to
option.
do a lot.
Yeah.
Do a lot of drugs too.
Usually in that.
That
Yeah.
doesn't
why.
change the femininity of your nails being painted lavender or
That's
white
true.
or
Yeah.
green,
I
and
mean-
calling another dude your hubby.
But I mean, okay, so you got Cash Money, you got them niggas on top. They changing the game. You got Drake and you got Lil Wayne, and at the
Yeah.
center of all that, you got motherfucking Baby being charged with like molestation or some shit like that. You see what I'm saying?
But
So, I
Baby
mean,
got money to sweep that under the rug.
Wait, really? What?
Because I missed all of that.
Yeah, yeah. One of the artists is like accusing him of like child
Lil Chucky.
molestation. Yeah,
The
like,
Lil Chucky
'cause,
dude.
he was kissing Wayne on the mouth.
Wayne was of legal age to accept that kiss.
But when he came, he's been with Wayne since what? Wayne was like what 13 or some shit, 13, 14 or something like that. Young as shit. So I mean, like he brought him up. And he brought him up to the point of comfort where he could kiss that nigga open mouth on stage. So it's like, when a nigga be like, yeah, well, he molested me, it's not really that far off. And if he can molest niggas and be famous, then why can't I wear some tight jeans?
You could wear tight jeans, but you can't paint your fingernails.
So open mouth kiss is cool.
I never said that.
Fingernails.
What about
open
Ugg
mouth
boots? 'Cause I've
kisses
seen
happen.
Young Thug in Ugg boots. What about the Ugg boots?
There are male Ugg boots. Which Ugg boots did you see him in?
I couldn't tell you from what season they're from. I'm not that familiar
Were
with
they
Ugg
the
boots.
puppy dog college chick Ugg boots? Or
They
were
look like they
the
had wings. I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know.
They soft bottom Uggs. You brought it up. You got to know this because they got the duck boot Uggs for men, which are actually those are kind of dope. And then they got
I don't
No,
know
they
shit
look like
about
the female.
they got the
ones,
Ugg boots that you always see with salt on them in Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
and leaning hard as fuck.
Ah man,
friend of-
the off-brand Kmart Uggs with the salt stains from 2011.
Right, those Uggs. Those what the hell are you doing? That's what I call
a friend
them.
of mine, a female or whatever. She wears Uggs, and we were talking about them and shit. She was telling me that the leaning Uggs is the Uggs that they couldn't really afford Uggs, but they got them anyway, and they just wear them every day. You know what I mean? Like, so that's just a sign of like, it's like I had $90. That was my whole
$90
fall budget.
Uggs.
Is that what is it?
Uggs is like $200.
You serious?
I spent $200 on some Uggs. You damn right I'm wearing them every day.
real
I'm
ones.
hooping in them up. And if I'm not hooping in them, when I'm subbed out the game, I'm going to warm my feet in them up. It's like, you will see some Uggs on the NBA sideline this season. Russell Westbrook is going to have the first Uggs. He's like, it keeps my muscles loose because it's
I need
so
some
warm
Ugg
in the Ugg
360s.
boot.
God damn.
Yeah. So how far would you go? Like if
Changing
you,
my
if
style?
you need to go, like where do you draw the line? Because let's say you want to go to the next level, and the label's like, we need you to do a blonde streak. Is that cool?
I mean, I might go as far as shirt off, a little oil.
You'll go Jodeci.
Yeah, I might go
Jodeci's been
Jodeci
done.
D'Angelo.
D'Angelo
Yeah,
on them.
yeah. You would,
But that's been done. Would you go shirt off with a nipple ring?
No.
Would you quote unquote leak some nudes?
I mean, you said shirt off. Tyrese had that sun shit tattooed around his navel. What you gonna do?
Oh shit.
You can't just have your shirt off.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they done set the bar on some shit. I mean, because you gotta.
Where do you stop it? Do you go Prince assless chaps? What do you? Do you just go tight jeans, joggers? Where do you stop it, Radon? Where's the line?
No.
He has no line, and here's the issue: there's no line in hip hop. Ray Don doesn't even know. He's like, "Well, what's the check? It doesn't matter."
How many commas?
What?
I feel
Ray?
you.
Okay, Dave. There was an interesting kind of beef or situation where Mike Epps in our field, he was going at Kevin Hart because he dressed up as a woman. You know what I mean? Where do you draw the line to get your artistic vision out?
I don't even understand how that's even an issue when black men or just even comedians dressing up as women have been doing that for decades. So I mean, it's like whatever.
It depends on. I think it does depend on what type of woman you dress up as and what you're trying to do with it. Like Martin dressing up as Big Mama, it doesn't even necessarily come off as feminine. It's just like such a specific character, and the femininity and the sexuality of it is taken out because he's fully clothed. He's got all of his grandmother clothes, but from what I saw with Kevin Hart, he's got his shoulders out. Like this is.
I don't even.
You kind of gotta rate him. Like he ain't got no chest because he got cleavage out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I don't even see it as a thing at this point. I mean, you got, like I said, you got dudes dressing up, and it's comedy. I mean, of course, and it's one of those things where it's not like with rap or with different genres where you gotta like have some air of respectability. With comedy, it's just like, especially when you get to Kevin Hart's level. you've thrown everything out the window at that point. It's like there's a check. I mean, like he's gotten his checks from his name, from his, who he is at this point. You know what I mean? So if going further, what has got you here is no longer going to get you further, then like you said, I mean, you just relinquish control to someone who has an idea and you go with it. I mean, and Mike Epps saying some shit about that. I mean, I'm just saying it sound kind of sour.
I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know, man. Going in a dress for a movie or a Saturday Night Live, that would be tough. I don't judge people who do it. I understand people who don't want to do it. I know if I went to a video shoot and Ray Don had on an ASAP Rocky skirt, I would be a little weirded out. Would you do that?
No, never.
You wouldn't do the skirt?
But
even with the jeggings underneath?
Hey, if you give me a Playboy model, I got a couple $1 million in the bank and some cocaine, I might do some crazy shit.
Some cocaine.
Because I got to figure
Give
that's
me
going to be
two more
around.
of these buck stouts. And
Exactly. Buck snort stout.
Speaking of, I mean, with the limits and professions and putting yourself out there, it was an interesting story recently about a teacher.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Who had she quit her teaching job to twerk. She's been doing twerk vines and and videos and whatnot, and she's reportedly making 6 figures a year.
Before taxes or after? I got.
You know what? When it's 6 figures, it don't really
matter. She throw an extra figure on the salary.
Dude, if it's 5 after taxes, it's still
damn near 6.
It's still 2 more than what I'd probably get making teeth. You know what I mean? Like it's so, So I mean, would you twerk for 6 figures
as a female teacher, not as
Ray Don? Not as Ray Don.
Well, as Ray Don the rapper, I think twerk is. I think we're about 6 months away from rappers twerking in their own videos with a bottle of Bel Air.
Reach out to another demographic.
I don't see that. I have an issue with her twerking for 6 figures, not with her making that decision. When women do stuff like that and obviously take advantage of the sexualization of it, but then act like it's not sexual at all. Like I watched her videos and I watched her interview and she's like, it's just a form of dance. Yeah, but it's based on us watching your ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we watching your ass jiggle. You're not salsa dancing. This ain't the Macarena. You gotta dress a certain type of way, and you gotta bend over. Like
you gotta wear a little ass shit.
What's the other occupation where you're bending over and sex is not involved?
And it looked like 2 midgets wrestling in their underwear when she's doing that shit. So I mean, like she's got a spectacular ass. I mean, like it's not like she was like, oh, I'm just an average chick, just kind of work. Like there's that burlesque where it's like, oh, there's a bit of art to it, and twerking has no art. What's so fucking
yo, I'm sorry. In the news, they keep talking about, there's still the gap between women making what men make. And I've heard oftentimes that strippers make tons of money.
Tons of money.
This chick's making 6 figures.
She's not even taking nothing off.
Clothes.
But they've got to do it by subjecting themselves, sexually or whatever. I mean, like, so I mean, it's kind of.
But why should I care if you're stripping or if you're twerking? Like, why do I care about you subjecting yourself sexually? You've chosen to do this. You didn't fall. This is just like, oh, wait, this is all I have left is twerk. You were a teacher. You had a respectable career. Yeah. You know what I mean? And she doesn't seem apologetic for it, and I don't think she needs to be. I don't think there's anything, quote unquote, wrong with it. I just don't agree with you doing that and then acting like there's no sexual aspect to it.
That's bullshit. Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with what you're doing. I mean, I just hope that she retire off that motherfucking money because you're not going back to any schools after this shit. You know what I mean? Like, you either, because she was like, oh, I got myself out of school debt and and I paid for this car and whatnot. I'm like, but what about your retirement fund? Because it's either that or you going back into school debt to go get another profession because you're not teaching after that.
From 40 to 100, you could take 20 of that. That's more than you would save if you were making 40. You take 20 of that and put it away, still have 80, you still doubled your salary.
That's cool, but I mean, how long are you going to do that? I mean, it's 6 figures. 6 figures, exactly. How long can you twerk? Because, I mean, the internets, you know what I mean? Like, and 6 figures, I mean, that's cool. But that's not retirement money unless you're doing that for at least 20 years or whatever. Like, I mean.
Well, yeah. I mean,
is anyone twerking in the old folk homes? Someone's got to be.
Yeah,
That's what all those hip replacements.
Yeah.
Put them to work.
I seen my grandmother get a hip replacement though. It ain't that twerk probably ain't no fucking good. You be stiff as hell after a hip replacement. I don't want to walk in on my grandmother twerking. I don't want to talk about my grandmother twerking. She's still alive.
Twerking for packs of equal.
Good Lord, my grandmother might listen to this and get some ideas. Come here, Pat.
Twerking for
No.
lotto tickets.
Would you support her?
Well, shit. Don't ask me about that. I don't want to talk about. We're talking about what's her name? Jessica.
Jessica Twerker. I have no fucking clue what her name.
Yeah, Jessica
That's
Vanessa or
the
something
ass.
like that. She's
Yeah.
out here. She's got 1.9 million followers on Vine or something, like just from twerking. That's not fair. That's not fair. Where's
she a
the
white
male?
chick, though, too.
Where's
That's
the
just
male
like-
semi-sexual outlet to get millions of followers?
Magic Mike.
What about
Come on, son.
That's
My
a
girl
broad
tried
ass-
to throw on Magic Mike the other night. You got to be fucking crazy. Think I'm sitting here and watching Magic Mike with you. I just smoked some perk. Man, I'm not about to watch Magic Mike. You wasting a high. Watch the Chappelle show like a normal couple. Like, watch Magic Mike. I don't want to fucking watch this dude's nipples out and he gyrates got on leather pants. Like, what the hell? Why is that movie even out?
I don't even know.
There's a Magic Mike too.
What is Magic Mike?
Yeah.
Magic Mike is like Matthew McConaughey and Channing
okay,
Tatum
yeah,
gyrating in front of women. I don't even think there's a storyline. They're just strippers, but not strippers.
I don't even know.
They're before Vine because they could have just done that shit at the crib. Like they didn't need to be a Magic Mike.
Man, you know what? With technology, we could work at home.
Well, that's what she
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, just work at home.
Yeah,
She
she
goes from-
she twerks at home. She got a little camera. She set it up. She twerks.
But I mean, I guess
Low
you could
overhead,
empathize with
right.
that though. Going from law school to rapping, I mean, a career change that people may not have necessarily understood at that time. I mean, her twerking, I'm not saying your rap is like twerk,
Right.
whatever
right,
that would
right,
mean.
right.
Her twerk is like kind of, I
But
watched the
she
videos.
was twerking way ahead of her time. Right? You know,
I
she
wouldn't,
was
I wouldn't
a
go that
pioneer
far.
twerking.
I was watching some of the videos. It's like,
I don't know, man. I mean, when I first saw twerk, because I didn't know what it was. So, I mean, and it had been out for quite some time, and I had, a lot of hype. And then I actually saw it. I was like, that's actually pretty amazing. But it was very short. It was like maybe about a week of it. I was like, these twerk videos are awesome. But then I got tired of it because like twerking is something that chicks been doing in the clubs for like years. And I was like, they had taken it to another level. Like the ability to make your ass clap has developed then, but at the same time, it's still the same shit that you got in the club for free. So I didn't see like how this was like it swept the nation, you know?
Now riddle me this: will it ever be an Olympic sport?
you clearly smoked before this.
Because I mean, so these chicks are clearly athletic. Like if you watch the twerk team, like there's training. You need a strong core.
You do need a strong core for this, but I don't see someone on the podium in Athens from Greece like a professional twerker in Greece. But when I watched the story and I watched her online, it was like it wasn't. I don't know. It looked like technical twerk. It just looked like I'm doing like it was,
yeah.
there was
Robot twerk,
sexual
no soul.
fantasy in
No
it. It's just
soul.
like here's my butt and I got on little shorts.
Yeah.
So if that's six-figure twerk, then what are these chicks in the strip clubs? What are they doing?
I mean, from what I understand, they doing like 6-figure twerks them damn selves.
Everybody in the strip
like,
club
they
is
just-
not making six figures.
Man,
And I've been to some down home, down dirty strip clubs where it's like she works hard for the money, like really putting in some work.
Yeah.
Out here in y'all city, out here in Pittsburgh, stripping in terrible towels, just whipping
Yeah.
off a terrible towel. And we got some music popping.
Yeah.
See what's up.
I mean, I don't do the strip clubs. I mean, like I said, I don't understand paying for blue balls at the end of the day. I went to the strip club. I've been to the strip club like maybe twice, maybe 3 times a month. First time I went, I was 18 and went in or whatever, like paid for my boy to get in. I mean, it was down in McKees Rocks. And we went in or whatever, and then like we got some lap dances and shit, like whatever. Like I came out, and I'm 18 at this point, so like this is back in the day or whatever. So like I had spent like $150 or whatever, and back then that was some shit. You know what I mean?
your
This
man
is on my
holding you
Papa
up?
John. Yeah,
Why ain't nobody stop you?
you know, I came out and I'm like, and it was hard dick and frustration at the end of it. I was like, people pay for this shit?
Right.
Like,
Your first instance of blue balls.
yeah, like, I can go to a club and drop like $50 or you know what I mean, on a couple drinks and maybe pull from the spot, you know?
I don't really do a lot of strip clubs. The first time I went to a strip club was in high school. And when I went to the strip club, I actually saw someone from my high school stripping at the club. And I was just like, okay, this is weird. First of all, how did I get in? How am I in this motherfucker? They like gave me the option of paying $10 at the door and get the lap dance, or paying $10 at the door and getting a drink. And I was like, well, I'm gonna get a drink, which I think was the lame decision, but fuck it. Now that I look back, maybe maybe I would have changed. But then when I saw the shorty on stage, I was like, wait, there's something bigger going on here. Why these dudes don't know that this is a teenager? This is strange. And ever since then, I don't really, because you don't know who's dancing. You don't know the story.
I went to a strip club the one time. I didn't know it was a strip club. They was like, hey, let's go to a bar up the street. I was like, all right, cool. Got in there, and it was like, really, it was just like a nigga's house that he had just like took down a couple walls. You know what I mean? And it was like a little bar in the back, and the bar in the back was stocked with like Vladimir Miller Lite cans and shit. Yeah, this is over Pittsburgh or whatever. Right? And like, you know, so I'm like, you know, I'm just having a beer when I look over to the side, and it just happens to be, you know, some strippers in the back or whatever. I was like, okay. So I go over there, and it was actually a chick that I went to high school on stage. And it was weird as fuck, because like, that's weird as fuck, because she like, you know, she bending over, popping it over and shit, and I'm like wanting to ask, like, so, you know, what you been up to? Like, yeah, I mean, it's like, I would imagine that, you know, you don't really want to know the chick like that. Like, I remember her back when she was in like 4th grade wearing, you know, like pigtails and barrettes and double dutch and shit like that. I'm like, man, you know what I mean?
Who knew? You probably looked past her. That's the one you should have been on. That should have been.
She went undrafted.
Undrafted. That should have been the initial target. That was she was the impressionable one. We're not drinking partners. We don't condone targeting teenagers. I'm saying if you're a teenager, you see somebody who might be a little bit vulnerable, go ahead. You gotta get that nut. You gotta get that first one. That's at least what I'm gonna tell my son, which is fucked up. Hey. But he's gonna
no
wear
holds barred when it comes to the first nut.
Well, he's gonna wear a condom, so it's the only thing that's going to be lost there is her innocence. So it doesn't matter. She'll be all right. She'll grow out of it. I dated a stripper once, kinda. It was weird. Yeah. Well, I was talking to a stripper that I didn't know was a stripper until I went and saw that she was stripping.
Oh yeah. And
then it was like, this is fucked up. I should have known this before I came here. Like, I got to explain this to my friend. He's here with me. I thought we were coming to meet you and your homegirl. I didn't know we were coming to meet you and your coworker. This is a different situation now. It's a totally different type of vibe that I have to give off to this man about what we are. Clearly, I don't know you. Clearly, I don't know enough about you. Like, I came down here and you were like, come watch me dance. Dance with who? No. By yourself? And it wasn't like a strip club stage. It was just like a couch. It was some random ass spot downtown in Pittsburgh.
Wow.
Fuck it.
So what's going on? We got Ray Vaughn. What was her name? The
that's
black
what
Disney
little girls
chicks?
are. That's what little girls are made of. Raven Simone.
Raven Simone. I know her as the Full House Disney black chick. Like, I remember her from Full House, and then I knew she was on Disney.
No, wait a minute. I'm fucking up. Not Rudy. Rudy's the other girl.
Rudy disappeared.
Yeah, where's Rudy?
Well, Rudy came back in a Chingy video. Yeah, she made her come back in a Chingy video, so we know where she's a human resource manager at this point.
I saw Chingy like 2 summers ago at fucking Jimmy D's, maybe.
Really?
Yeah. It was VIP at S Bar. It was S Bar.
Oh, okay.
So he was just hanging out. He wasn't like.
He had a show, but he was in Pittsburgh. Yeah.
He's performing.
Where is
VIP
in S Bar?
No, his show was actually in West Virginia, but the after party was in Pittsburgh.
Upstairs at a regular Southside bar.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, with Morgantown right around the corner. Like, I don't know why the fuck you came all the way up in with that shit.
Well, it's Chingy. It doesn't matter. I'm just happy he's still doing shows.
Yeah.
The last Chingy cut I heard was 1 call away.
You know,
what has been since
he's 1 call away from lavender hair right now.
It was weird. It was weird. I'm in VIP and they announced, you know, Chingy in S Bar. Yo, Pittsburgh, make some noise. And then they played his record, you know, What's it? I can't. Fuck, I was there. I can't remember
right
the song.
there? It had to
Right
be
there.
right there.
Yeah, that's the only-
Yeah,
Had to be
that
right
was the
there.
song.
Did you chicken head?
No, I just stood there.
You didn't chicken head?
No.
You the rapper, dog.
No, man.
You're not gonna do a dance track when
I
you come
felt-
up with your own Ray Don Rumfle or something like the Ray Don Shuffle.
Dawn Diggins.
I don't know.
You
I feel
ain't-
like I need one. I feel like I need a gift though.
You're either gonna have to throw on some jeggings, some nail polish, get a lip ring,
Some
or come up
jeggings.
with a shuffle. Which one is it?
Some
Pick your
pink-
poison.
Some pink zebra flats.
You ain't coming out just straight MCing and popping.
Give me
Jeggings?
give me the jeggings.
Jeggings.
Give me the jeggings.
What type of phone you got? You have a jeggings appropriate cell phone. What you gonna do with that big ass phone?
Oh damn!
He's gonna have a clutch. He's gonna have
Think about a phablet.
jeggings and a clutch.
Oh man.
gonna have a
I
matching-
need. Can they be camo? If it's camo, it's
Camos.
okay. I need
Camo
camo jeggings.
That's a fallacy. That's
That's
a
a
falsehood.
fallacy.
If your camo's tight, it's just tight ass camo. That's all it is. All right. I mean, you didn't do lavender hair. That's all. I can't be your friend with lavender hair. I can't pick.
I
I
couldn't
can't
even-
go to wine
I
and
couldn't
spirits
even
with
do a
you.
nose ring.
No,
couldn't-
Pac had a nose ring.
Yeah, but I mean, he also had Thug Life tatted on his stomach.
Yeah, I mean, Pac could get away with
Okay.
that shit. I mean, there was, yeah, I mean, it was a subtle, and I mean, like, really, is you really going to roll up on Pac and be like, look at this nigga with the nose ring? Like, really, nigga?
But
like,
but see, that's why Tupac is my favorite rapper. It's the contradictions. It's Pac was in his normal life and how he came up. It wasn't necessarily all thugged out. Pac
Yeah.
is a thespian by nature. Like he
Yeah.
went to performing arts school.
Yeah.
The way he could flip that and it was acceptable. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you don't. People still like even with like a Young Thug. Or like somebody that they perceive as soft, like a Young Berg, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
something will happen to you. You might still be able to get money and do well and be successful, but that respect factor isn't there. And Pac was able to still, you know what I'm saying, hold on to that respect factor, even though, you know, there were some contradictions in his raps and his lifestyle, you know, everything.
I mean, I think that's
was
just
ambiguous.
as a person and even as an artist. I mean, and as an artist, it's exaggerated because you're putting out, you know,
Well,
whatever.
right.
But at the end of the day, like, I mean, we all have consciences. We all develop as people. I mean, we have certain beliefs that just don't match up with others ones, and we try to find ourselves as we grow. You know what I mean? And people call you out on your hypocrisies. And if you're man about your shit, then you recognize those hypocrisies and you either let it go or find a way to marry it. You know what I mean? So like I fucks with him, like you said. I mean, like the fact that he can flip that and have these seemingly contradictory, you know, statements and whatnot, but still have some sort of like underlying theme that kind of connects them. You see what I'm saying?
So that ties back to when you were talking about Raven Simone. So she, I guess, in the theme of finding yourself, you know, in the Oprah interview, she seemed very confident in who she was, but there was a lot of controversy raised when she said she doesn't want to be classified as African American. She's like, I don't want to be African American. I'm just American. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be classified as gay. I'm a human who loves humans, which sounds like some nigga shit to say. Like that sounds like the shit like you say to your girl when you argue with her.
Right,
I just like girl. I'm not
just
trying
a
to fuck her.
man.
She just texting me because
Yeah.
I like
just a
people.
man.
I just like people. Humans loving humans. How do you feel about that?
Humans loving humans.
And what does that mean?
That sounds like one big orgy, and I'm not down with that.
What about men loving women in its big orgy? You cool with that?
I feel like you experienced that with some of them law parties, man. I mean, I feel like
At least either the law parties or the rapping.
with some masks.
There's an orgy involved somewhere.
with no cameras,
There's probably a few. Might
There's
have been a few.
probably a few. You rappers, you all slay me. Some of you got bravado, some of you mad humble. Fuck that. There's no
There's no in
groupies in
between.
comedy. There's no groupies in comedy. Nobody's gonna say,
None.
you're funny as hell, I wanna fuck you. That doesn't
None.
happen to me.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not at that
None at
level
all.
yet.
Yeah, and Adam Sandler doesn't have groupies.
No, see,
Well,
you get no.
He's a celebrity. He's not
Exactly,
just a
like that's what I
Okay,
mean. Like
okay,
you
okay,
get
okay.
comedy. They're not comedy groupies. They're money groupies. They're fucking. You know what I mean?
all
Like,
right,
they're like
status groupies.
Like yeah,
Okay,
status
yeah,
groupies. You know what I mean? Like
okay.
Kevin Hart didn't have groupies when he was coming up. He was
Okay,
he was
yeah.
just as funny as he was
Yeah.
then as he is now.
Probably
but he ain't
funnier.
have groupies until he was Kevin Hart. You see what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
Like,
That's true.
so and that's
Until
what
he was
you know.
an institution.
Exactly. Until your scholarship might be paid with a night with him. See what I'm saying? That's when you became a Kevin Hart groupie. So, but with rappers, you could be you could be like on that deep shit. You know, you could say some shit.
You
on
can still
that.
have a day job and have groupies.
Yeah, as a rapper, I mean, you get on,
Yeah.
you say some deep shit. She'd be like, you know, I was feeling you on that, you know, and you could, be like, I say a fucking joke on stage. She'd be like, that was funny. What's good with Radon?
Where's the next joke? They're just looking for the next joke. They're not looking for your next lyric. They're looking for the after party. So, do you like to be categorized more or less as a Pittsburgh rapper? Do you like to? Because Pittsburgh seems to me, just looking at
Yeah.
the hip hop scene. I mean,
I anticipate on being king, so yeah, that's fine. I'm
Okay.
fine with that title.
Nice.
do you think you fit into the mold of a Pittsburgh rapper, like what people perceive a Pittsburgh rapper to be? And when I say that to say this, like people from the outside who aren't really in the trenches, they look at a Wiz or a Mac Miller, kind of a lifestyle rapper, really talking a lot about weed and stuff like that. You don't necessarily. I don't want to say you don't talk about lifestyle, but in your lyrics, there's more of a realism in the sense that you kind of connect more with people making everyday normal type decisions and dealing with regular shit and people who have aspirations for things and things like that. You don't necessarily fit into the mold of what I call a stoner.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's what people have got to understand. I mean, there's alcoholics and people that just drink socially, just because I smoke weed. You'd be amazed who smokes weed, but
You'd definitely be amazed.
yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, that doesn't have to be the main scope of my music.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said yes to being described as a Pittsburgh rapper only because you want to be king, not from a style standpoint.
Well, no, because there can be different pockets of styles of music that come out of Pittsburgh. So it's fine for me to be a Pittsburgh rapper, but you don't have to say that my sound is a Pittsburgh sound.
Like, because I like being described as a Pittsburgh comedian.
Yeah.
And the reason is
Yeah.
because I feel like it's a burgeoning scene. So if I can be one
Yeah,
of
I'd
the
say I like that title.
people in
Yeah.
the forefront of that, then I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know if my comedy necessarily reflects, like, if you came to Pittsburgh and I wasn't on the show, would you see somebody like me? I don't know. And I don't know how you feel about that.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, because I don't think Pittsburgh comedy, and I think that's what you're saying with like rap. I don't think Pittsburgh comedy has like a certain theme. You see what I'm saying?
Doesn't
Like,
have enough
there's West
history,
Coast-
yeah.
There's West Coast rap. There's there's New York rap. You know what I mean? Like there's Southern rap. They've been
Yeah.
labeled or whatever, but I don't think that you could say this is Pittsburgh rap. This is Pittsburgh comedy or whatever. Here on Drinking Partners, we actually be drinking on this shit.
Yeah.
So
True.
I'm gonna go break the seal real quick.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna go break the seal real quick, and I'm gonna be back. I got a question for you real quick.
Where?
We lost our co-host to over intoxication
But
due to the Steelers taking a thrashing at the hands of. Hey, Buzzy and Nick, y'all Steelers fans in here? Because I don't know how safe I am. Not enough to watch.
enough
That's
to
not
watch.
a fan.
Oh, man.
It's hard to watch games though. I feel like I'm too sentimental with the players now that I got a daughter. Like I care about people's feelings. I'm like, oh no, they're losing. No, he fumbled. Oh my god. How is he gonna deal with that? How is he gonna explain that to his mom? That sucks. So how did your parents would you dropping out of law school to become a rapper? How did your family take that?
Not too well. Third generation college on my mom's side, first generation on my stepdad's side. So, I mean, parents, in general, I can't blame them. They want, parents want their kids to be secure. So, being, any field in the entertainment industry is there's no, like laid out path for someone to follow. Like if you've got enough skill to play pro ball, there's certain things that you're gonna do. You're gonna be playing on the traveling team. You're gonna be playing varsity in middle school, high school. You're gonna play D1 ball. Scouts are gonna be looking at you. Entertainment industry, everyone's got their own path. So they may have been, they don't like the whole sagging pants thing and cursing and smoking weed and all that shit.
So what do you think, in your opinion, coming up? Like you're a self-made individual. You know what I'm saying? You do a lot of this stuff.
I would say, yeah, because I've got no one in my family's in the industry.
Right.
Yeah,
so what would you say the path was? Because I know you've rocked A3C and you've rocked South by Southwest and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, what do you? And I know a lot of local rappers that I see, they kind of like to push their stuff out and just get it out locally. But you have more of a national type of, focus in
Yeah.
what you do.
Yeah.
So what do you think are the essential steps for someone who's trying to make it in the rap game?
Well, I would say, I mean, I didn't make that shift initially. I did a lot of shows in the first 2 years that I was budding here in Pittsburgh. I probably did like maybe 60 shows in 2 years. And then once I realized, in the beginning, you know, I mean, as far as the entertainment industry is concerned, you guys, I'm sure you know, it's a learn as you go process.
Right.
So in the beginning, it was like, okay, all I got to do is take over my city, come up with one hot record, and then I'm on. But then when you realize that once you make a name for yourself, if you don't make if you don't evolve and start stepping outside of the city, you just become stagnant. You become that person that's still waiting to pop, and then you just kind of disappear.
Yeah.
I know a lot of guys, like, you know, a lot of guys used to be household names, like locally, like 3-4 years ago, and they're nowhere to be seen.
That's what they say. I mean, even with the comedy, like, you know, they're saying like, you know, Pittsburgh is a place to develop.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean, you're not gonna be recognized. You're not gonna be like found here. You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
this is a great place to develop your art and like, you know, get that and try to build a fan base and grow. But once you've done that, you've got to step out. And,
Yeah.
You know, you're eventually gonna die. So yeah, no, I feel you. A question that I had before I left was this story about this American honey that you got to over here. Like, you know, I mean, this is drinking partners. This is drinking partners.
Why am I over here
Indeed.
drinking this shit straight?
Right, exactly.
The shit go down smooth. Though,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Not
Like,
even 7 o'clock. I got a whole nother session. There's sessions in drinking. There's the
Right.
morning session. If you're off, you're like, I'm gonna get fucked up. It's like I'm really gonna get fucked up. There's that afternoon after
Right.
you rest, and there's that evening
Right,
night.
finish it off.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And we're transitioning into that. And
Yeah.
We're drinking honey straight. There's no real chaser for this. So
No,
what
it's
got you on to
beautiful.
the American?
Actually, my boy James, we went to college together. He's one of my frat brothers, Pledge Brothers, and he turned me on to it. A3C in Atlanta, maybe 3 years ago, maybe.
What is AC3?
A3C.
It's
A3C.
A3C. It stands for all
Yes,
three
that-
coasts.
I
Yeah,
heard
it's a
that.
hip hop festival. It's actually going on right now in Atlanta. Yeah, it's every. This is, I think, its 10th year anniversary.
Is that one? Because I saw something about like Outkast was performing down there.
Yeah, I think they're there this year. I'm not sure.
Right.
What do you do to
Yeah.
get on that? I mean, that's major.
Yeah.
Actually, this is my first time in. Yeah, I've been there the last 4 years. This is my first time in 5 years not going. Basically, I mean, they take submissions from up and coming artists, but if you're a larger artist, they'll book you. But I mean, I don't know, just have good music. That's pretty much it.
Be
So
good,
what makes
nigga.
you what in your opinion, what makes your music stand out? What makes your music better? Because you know, I've been thinking about getting in the booth.
Yeah.
I don't know if at the end of this Buzzy gonna play our little. I might go off the top because I'm feeling good. We just smacked y'all.
Yeah.
And I
Right.
keep looking at all this black and gold across of me, and it's taking so much for me to be humble. But we just smacked the shit out of y'all.
Damn.
It's cool.
Yo, it's funny because I'd be like, after the first field goal, I was like, all right, it's all right to tweet Steelers. All right, let me Steelers.
And all that shit still
Nah,
exists.
I don't give a fuck, nigga. The Braddock Generals is second in the Yahoo Sports League, nigga. Yeah, I mean, we out here winning, nigga. You know what I mean, as long as Matthew Stafford had a good game,
I might
I'm
join
like,
that week to week fantasy thing now.
Yeah.
Now I'm confident. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, let me make some real front office decisions. You know what I'm saying? We beat the
to week.
Steelers. I'm good now. Feeling great. I feel good. I don't
great.
care.
How
I
are
just
you?
feel awesome. I feel like I can
gotta-
just sit in this room. I'm the man now. Like,
gotta-
listen, son.
I feel you. You gotta revel in that. Yeah, I mean, that's gonna last like maybe 3 weeks.
Well, we might fuck it up next week. We might get our ass tapped next week. And we back to in hiding. But this week, yeah.
You like one injury away from.
Yeah, we ain't got much.
Gold
We got to do
Browns.
out on weed. I don't know what's up.
Yeah, I
don't
got a
wanna talk
couple.
about
It
that.
was. Yeah, Johnny Football in there at some point.
football.
He's
Johnny
not playing.
Football.
Now
He's
with
not.
Hoyer. Hoyer's a hometown dude. He's like
And he
fucking
beat the-
6 and
he just
2
beat the
as a
Steelers.
starter.
But
He's
that's,
not-
but that's what's crazy
not
because like
saying
he a hometown dude or whatever, but they was like cheering Johnny Football though. That's just
But
crazy.
he went to San Ignatius, or he either went to San Ignatius or St. Edwards, and I know it was him and his brother were on the team. He was the quarterback. He was the tight end. His brother was the tight end, and I remember they beat Ted Ginn, who was like another player in the NFL from Cleveland. And Glenville's like a really big school out of Cleveland because we get a lot of college students that, you know, a lot of dudes go to college from that school and stuff like that. My cousin's actually playing for Ted Ginn's coach used to coach Glenville, but now he has like his own academy And I got a cousin who's playing for him now, who's a senior, who we're hoping to get into college. So like, he beat like the fan favorite. He beat like the Friday Night Lights Booby Miles team.
Yeah,
So you know, we like him, but we still remember that game in 04. Like, damn it, Brian. That was our chance to get state, motherfucker. It's always those West Side schools. It's always those fucking suburban schools with turf fields. Like, we playing in the local park, and you motherfuckers got real fields.
Crate ball and shit. You know, great ball. Yeah, I mean, like, but I mean that makes true champions. Like them soccer niggas that like actually play with like rocks down in Brazil. Like, yeah, I mean, like that makes champions. You know, champions and bitter niggas. Like, you either one or the other.
Man.
Really skilled winos. One is either a champion or you're extremely skilled wino.
Yeah, because every wino's got that story, you know.
Every wino-
they almost this close to success.
Every wino has an exceptional skill.
Coach never sent the tape in.
It's hating on me.
Yeah, I feel that's my story.
Everybody got a hater story. Yeah,
Like, oh yeah.
I would have made it, but this certain
Yeah, but
individual.
it's always what someone
This
else
guy.
didn't do.
True.
I feel you.
But no. Tell us about this. You AC3A3C.
Yeah, A3C. Yeah. So the American Honey. My boy James turned me on to it, and we actually drank it with Coke the first time.
Yeah.
The Coca-Cola.
That
So
seems super sweet.
It's too sweet for me.
Yeah. But
But you fucked with it anyway?
well, I mean a little bit, but then I really got into it. One of a friend of ours that Ed knows, her name's Karen. Her and her husband. They're like in their 40s, no kids, hanging out with them,
I'm not going
grilling.
to speak on Karen, but she's cool as fuck.
Yeah, I mean for real, like it's me. I'm chilling with like this married couple that's like 20 years older than me. We're talking about jazz books. She rolled the fastest joint I've ever seen. The most efficient joint roller I've ever seen. Yeah,
They couldn't make mistakes back when she was courting.
no,
They had to be exceptional at everything.
Yeah,
Back when
that's
women
right,
used to wear
that's right.
aprons around the house.
Right?
There was no room for error. You know what I'm saying?
man.
You had an error, dude wouldn't have a family around the corner, and you couldn't do shit about it. Because he had a job at the steel mill.
You couldn't fart. You couldn't do a goddamn thing.
Damn it, why didn't we live in those times where dudes were in like unions and you were the only dude in the union? It was like, yeah, I come home, I run this shit because you don't have a pension. And you
Hold on.
You don't
We
have a
here at
pension.
Drinking Partners do not support the rule of thumb.
That's because we ain't lived with it. We too young. Listen. All right, now I listen to the stories of my founding fathers of my family, and I'm like, well, goddamn it. I'm sitting here arguing over text messages. this motherfucker got a whole different life.
Arguing over fucking Instagram likes.
Over Instagram, like.
Dinner was always ready. That's all I gotta say.
Dinner was always ready.
Always ready.
Starch was never something she had to ask you about.
We just lost 99.9% of our female base.
Keeping it real.
No, we didn't.
A real woman is gonna understand what her role is. Play your role, jabroni.
I'm gonna phrase it a little. I'm gonna phrase it a little more listener appropriate.
We got equal different attributes. You know what I'm saying? Different attributes.
Hey, man.
Different skill sets.
Yeah.
Look, I got a woman, all right, at the crib.
Yes, you do.
When this audio comes out, I gotta separate myself from those beliefs. But what I will say is there was a time and a place
See,
for what Radon is saying.
True. I ain't got groupies like you, bro.
You know
Like,
what I mean?
we actually gotta, yeah,
I gotta work for mine. I actually gotta start. I still go on dates and shit like that. I still light candles, but I don't just spit verses. I don't just spit hot fire.
Just spit hot fire.
Shit, there was a time-
Radon, and
Everybody
Radon.
has a place, yeah. I mean, but no, a real. Well, let me not say a real. Women tend to still identify. Certain women still tend to identify with those traditional roles, and I love them for it.
Yeah, it's not that they're not intelligent and that they don't have their own goals, but you know, just I'm not gonna ask
You ain't Radon. Say it.
I mean, feminism was, yeah, I mean, like, it's the right to choose. And personally,
Yeah. I mean, if you want to cut the grass, please feel free.
Yeah, I mean, like, and that's what feminism is about. It's like, if I want to be that chick that, goes out and does this, I can do that. And if I want to be the chick that sits at home and makes dinner, I can do that or whatever. I mean, and as far as a man, you have that that personal choice. Do I want a home chick, or do I want a chick out there doing this and the other one? I mean, so I fucks with that.
There's no masculism movement. There's no
Ray Rice.
Where's our choice?
We're
We're told. We just find out in an argument that we're not doing enough manly shit. Like, you don't pay for my meals. Like, wait a minute. I thought you wanted to work for the opportunity to swipe your debit card. This is This is why I thought you put all these hours in. Why are we putting in all these hours and I'm the only one swiping? This doesn't make sense.
I mean, it is what it is.
Ladies, we love you. I'm sorry.
We do.
I'm sorry. Ray, it's that rapper shit. That rapper shit infiltrates you, and then you lose your sense of self.
Exactly.
Actually, no, I think we got a question from a female viewer, right? That needs to be in. Let me just on drinking partners. We like to do what we call a liquid courage segment, where we get enough liquor in our system to where women can ask us questions that they feel like they don't get, truthful answers to when they ask their men, and we will give you that truthful answer. And we got Radon, the female connoisseur, you know what I'm saying? I see Radon, he's on Instagram with his food pics, and he's got fresh produce and shit in his pics. A nigga with fresh produce on his Instagram got a lot of hoes. You know what I'm saying? If you got fresh produce on your feed, like, there's a lot of women into that.
Yeah.
So we want to hear your opinion on this question. Dave, you got it pulled up.
Yeah, I got it pulled up.
Pretty dope. I read it. It was a pretty dope question.
I'm gonna read it verbatim, and I'm gonna try to surmise it. You know what I mean? But what if a woman chooses a man and she wants something so real, bond-wise, with him that she doesn't mind what he does sexually with other women, because she knows he wants to have kids with her one day, and she's the only one that gets his seed, if you will. Because that bond and goal
too many words.
Is so
I don't understand what the question is.
No, I'll get it. And because that bond and goal is so sacred. You know what I mean? Like, it's
This is
so
why I'm single.
she's good. So basically, if your girl came to you, right?
Okay,
you in a committed relationship. This is your girl comes to you, you in a committed
Translate
relationship.
it for me.
And she's like, listen. I know men, they gotta spread their seed. You see what I'm saying? So, and I love you. You my nigga.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
And we gonna have kids someday. Until then, do what you do. I'll be here. You know what I mean? You do what you do. And we still, not emotionally though. You just gotta fuck them. You can't get emotional with them. It's me and you. And then once we have kids, then you gotta cut that shit off. So,
that's a bullshit. Dude.
I can't respect that.
I can't take
For one, I can't respect it. Two, it does seem like a like a false sense of security. I don't see that sticking.
no, so you wouldn't be with that? You wouldn't be with
your girl comes to that. She brings that to you. What do you say?
Yeah, what would you say in that situation? Like, hey baby, I want
It's a setup. No, it's a setup.
You gotta wait. It does feel like a setup, though, right?
No.
It does feel like a little bit of a setup. I think you have to agree to it though.
Yeah,
but you
this is
can't,
entrapment.
You can't be overly like eager to agree. You gotta be like, well, baby, is this what you want? Because I'm perfectly happy with it just being us. But I mean, if you want me to go out and kind of explore, then no, fuck that. I don't believe it. How do you expect me to get these women? Where am I going to get these? Like, how am I going to get these women to sleep with me?
Yeah, that's what I was saying, because it was like, because I had to talk to my friend about it. I mean, before, and she was like, "Oh, well, there's going to be all this risk of diseases and I was like, "Well, I mean, how often is a nigga going to be able to talk to a chick at a bar and be like, yeah, I got a girl at crib, but she's cool with me fucking you tonight? Like, that's not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to connect to some degree, and I think that's that little gray area that fucks it up.
Yeah,
like you want me to so yeah, I could go and bust down chicks or whatever, but to get to that point, there is some level of connection that's gonna happen, whether it's genuine or not. It's gonna happen, or someone's gonna believe that we feel some type of way for each other. I mean, it does feel like a.
And yeah, at the end of the day, and I've been talking to a lot of like females just about like sexuality, this and the other, and the thing is that and we don't cultivate it. We more or less just reap the rewards of it. But women, whenever they do enter into a sexual relationship with a man, somewhere in the back of their head, they're like, this might be something. And then and on the surface, they might be like, yeah, I'm cool with that shit. I'm just ride or die. I don't give a fuck. I mean, we just fuck it or whatever. But in the back of their mind, they thinking it. You see what I'm saying? And if you eliminate that completely, your shit, I mean, what are you doing?
I don't like it. I feel like she's pigeonholed you to a certain type of female. It's just got to be, you got to run into that chance situation is just out there, like let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it's gonna be something, some text message expectation or something.
Yeah, your pussy is gonna be straight.
Everybody's not a rapper. I think Radon could get away with this. You can have a shorty at the crib. She says that, and he could be on the road with all these other Jones. Like I'm doing shows in Homestead. Like this, like this chick might be a cashier at the Walmart I shop at. I done fucked her down. Me and my girl in the Walmart aisle. And I gotta act like I didn't see her naked 2 weeks ago. While I check out these diapers and wipes, this shit is crazy. I don't.
No, I gotta be honest. I mean, that's what's got me so twisted about the whole Amber Wiz thing. I'm like, she's got to have some sort of expectation. I'm not saying it's acceptable, but I'm saying there's got to be some sort. Like he rescued you from averageness.
I don't know if he rescued her. I mean, given she did have Kanye. She was already in the spotlight.
She wasn't with Kanye.
Yeah.
Was she not?
But Wiz scooped her up shortly after.
Yeah.
My thing about the Amber and Wiz thing, and I've said this before, is how the fuck are you as Wiz Khalifa getting caught at home in bed with two twins?
Well, he's got more than one home, so the odds. What are the odds?
You don't go to any of my homes if she in town.
We could just fuck at the concert.
We just
Why we at my crib?
Fuck on the tour bus. Go fuck at your crib. Like we can go. There's a multitude of places that my woman doesn't have a key that I have access to. Why do I bring you there?
Witnesses.
Bring two people that I gotta sneak out the back door.
You get lazy. You get comfortable.
Nah, dog.
You just feel like he was just feeling himself. Like
Yeah,
he was
you
like King Wiz.
But in this agreement,
Untouchable.
though, in this agreement with the lady who asked the question, I mean, it'd have been perfectly legal.
I
as
still
long
don't
as
know
he
what the
didn't
question is. But
The question is, can she be comfortable with herself allowing her boyfriend to fuck other people? And my answer is yes.
I feel like
Because I'm a man and I don't want to fuck up his shit. Yes, you could feel comfortable. My thing is this, and
I don't know
I've
why
said
a
this a
woman would
million
let
times.
herself do that to herself.
A relationship,
No.
a relationship is strictly the terms of that relationship. In my
Yeah.
opinion. I have
Yeah, I
a
agree with
relationship
that.
with Day that's different than my relationship with Bray, which is different than my relationship with Nick, which is different than my relationship with Buzzy. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
whatever the terms are within our relationship, then we can do everything that doesn't violate those terms. So if in her relationship, her boyfriend can have sex with other dudes, that's fine. He hasn't violated the terms. My thing about that is just be real with yourself. That's where the issue's gonna come in.
And that's the thing is
Because
like,
he's going to
If I
push the
can fuck
envelope
other
just
women,
like in
why be
every
in a
other
relationship?
situation. He's
Yeah.
going to push the envelope. He's going to come home as late as possible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's going to not speak to the point where it's like, all right, now we got to talk. That's
Yeah.
what guys do.
And-
We push it to the limit.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's the thing. Like you said, it was like, you know what I mean, you got to respect it, like what you're capable of doing and being honest with yourself or whatnot. And like when you get into that, it's like, yeah, it sounds cool in the forefront. It's like, I'm gonna go out and fight all these bitches, and you'll be cool with that. You gonna chill. But then it's like that like, are you gonna have to deal with shit? Are you going? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
you gonna have
what's-
to deal with
you
shit.
know, like the emotional side of that. Like, well, you've been texting this bitch a little too much. It's like, how else
Well,
you
you
think
know
I'm fuck?
what's going to happen.
You know what I mean?
She's
So
going to
it's-
find out you fucking other chicks, and now she's going to feel privy to certain intel. Well, I need to know how
I gotta
often
say
y'all
this.
can
I
be.
gotta
Was she
say
better
this.
than me?
I don't wanna hear
You know
that
what I mean? Was
shit.
she better than me? Did you eat her? I mean, it's gonna be shit. It's like
She's just trying to lock him down. Like if he can't fuck other women when they're married, then what's the point of even being in a relationship to begin with?
Damn it, Ray! You just say shit that I can't get behind because of my situation. God damn it, man! You got two other dudes to consider in the room, motherfucker. Come on here just saying anything all willy nilly that I gotta comment on.
I gotta tell the people how
Jesus
I feel.
Christ, how am I gonna explain this? He said, as long if he can't fuck anybody else while they're married, then what's the point of the agreement? I want this shit to be in a written contract with lawyers. And
No. What I'm saying is if he can fuck other women until they're married, right?
Yeah.
Which is what
Yeah, do they have
then
kids
what's the
or
point of the whole relationship to begin with? Like,
Well, I mean,
this should be the like. that should be a contingency that sticks with the new contract.
From my understanding, I mean, like, is that you kind of get it out of your system. I think that's what she's
No.
envisioning, is like you get it out of your system.
The sperm just keeps producing.
No such thing as getting it out. How can you get it out of your system if within the framework of what you think is your future, it's been acceptable to a certain degree? Like, when I'm with you, I've been able to do this. So now that I'm still with you, I now can't do it.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I proposed,
that should be something that should be added to the agreement to extend the contract, not taken away.
Well, the thing is that
not
like,
taken away.
I've talked to older niggas, you know what I mean, and the thing is that like it does drop off. Like you're not fucking as much when you're 21 when you're 40. You see what I'm saying? And like, and people are more willing to settle down. Like especially on the man side, like when you're in your 40s, because it's like I don't need a different. You've got kind of had that or whatever. Like now, I don't know when she plans to have kids. Like if she's like in her 20s and she's like, we need this in like 5 years, that's not gonna work. But if you're like 15 years of fucking whoever you want, you know what I mean? Like I feel like once you're about like 40 years old, I mean that doesn't seem too off to like settle down. But like I said, I mean it's the emotional.
But then
aspect.
what'll happen when you're 40 is then you'll meet a chick
I'll say this
that you think is the right situation to continue the agreement that you
whatever
had
you already
before.
had,
You know what I'm saying? Now it's not like I'm out pursuing pussy, but wait a minute, I done fell into something that's perfectly legal within the framework of what we've been.
Yeah.
Well, but that depends on like if sex is the only thing that had gone, or what, like because the thing is she's saying like it's an emotional thing. So it's like like there might be other pussy out there, but if you've built something for 15 years, a chick, you've built like this real connection. It's like at this point she's like, I've given up myself. I've let you do this. Now it's your turn to make a sacrifice and say, I'm gonna, and I guess that's what it, and if she's, at this point, she's basically banking on that. Like, I'm gonna be the first one to sacrifice and say, hey, you can do this, in hopes that years down the line, you'll be able to choose me afterwards and say, all right, I've done that, thank you for doing that, now I'm gonna...
I'll say it's a bad choice. We'll let Raydon give his final thoughts on this, and then we'll close out. But Raydon, keep in mind, you giving the closing argument, but represent the team as a collective.
Yeah.
We gotta answer.
I'll just say, ideally, you only got one chance to get it right, so just don't do it till I know you're certain. I don't know.
I feel you.
I mean, that's what I will say. I mean, you shouldn't. Your woman shouldn't have to, be okay with you fucking other women. When you're ready to be in that situation, go do it. But until then, rap life.
I respect that. So Raydon, where can they find you?
RaydonMusic.com.
Yeah.
Is everything all inclusive?
Indeed.
Everything's coming out. Dave Bracey, let them know where they can find you.
Dave Bracey, whatever your social habit is, Dave Bracey.
All right,
Eddie?
I'm Ed Bailey Comedy on Twitter, EB the General on Instagram. Buzzy, let them know about the network.
Epicast Network at Epicast TV on Twitter.
You motherfuckers have been awesome. This is Drinking Partners. Go Browns. All right, yeah. So before we get out of here, Raydon, I know we talked about it in the car. You know what I'm saying? I begged, I pleaded, and as a favor to us, you're gonna let us kind of play one of your tracks off of that Crucifix Powerbomb. Track. Let us know what we listening to.
Yeah, I guess so. You might as well listen to track number 1, Glorious, off Crucifix Powerbomb.
All right, here's Glorious.
When I wake up in the morning, am I stressing? No. Another day to go and get it, got me thanking God. Gotta thank him for my haters, motherfuck them all. Gotta thank him for this paper, may I get it all. Can I wake up in the morning feeling glorious? Be notorious for being so victorious. Can I wake up in the morning feeling glorious? Be notorious for being so victorious. Can I wake up in the morning feeling glorious? And can I keep them hating motherfuckers feeling furious? Really out here winning, damn I'm feeling so victorious. Notorious for getting girls so quickly, got victorious. about my business, bitch, I did it quick, it don't benefit. Already got them benefits, no health care, can go suck a dick. Greenbacks, I gotta get, I'll be back, gotta pay the rent. I see that and I noticed it, don't ever think that I will forget. Been about that dinner plate, already got here being great. Grey Dawn, don't play it safe, my recipe safe in my safe. Got something, say it to my face, it's not something, then shut your face. You got something, then plot your case, it's not something, you got no case. When I wake up in the morning, am I stressing? No. Another day to go and get it, got me thanking God. I gotta thank him for my haters, motherfuck them all. I gotta thank him for this paper, may I get it all. Can I wake up in the morning feeling glorious? Be notorious for being so victorious. Can I wake up in the morning feeling glorious? Be notorious for being so victorious. Can I wake up in the morning feeling glorious? And can I keep them hating motherfuckers feeling furious? Can I wake up in the morning feeling glorious? And can I keep them hating motherfuckers feeling furious? Furious, 'cause I'm